CGCP 2678 by Chesthetica. White has a pair of bishops and a pair of pawns, but black has a queen, bishop and pair of pawns. Still, white's pawns on c7 and e7 are about to promote. What should white do? Well, since this is a chess composition, a chess problem or a chess puzzle, you might think that one of those pawn promotions should be to a knight. But which one, if at all, if any? Let's go with the obvious thing to do here. How about e8 promotes to queen with a discovered check? It's a typical thing that one would do in this position, right? Now, king captures pawn. So the king takes care of that other pawn that might have promoted. Suddenly, there's not much that white can do here, it would seem. Queen to f7 maybe, bishop to f4, bishop to b4, queen to h3 check, king to e1, queen to h1 check, king to e2, queen to e4 check, king to d1, queen to b1 check, king to e2, and this basically looks like a draw. A bishop against two pawns is not really a win. So promoting the pawn to a queen, at least the e pawn, doesn't look like it accomplishes much, even with a discovered check. Alright, what about if we just promote the other one to queen? Now there's no discovered check here. Well, this allows queen to f3 check. Now if king to e1, bishop to c3 is mate. So king to g1, queen to g3 check, king to f1, and you can see that this is a draw by perpetual check, since the e1 square leads to mate. It's too bad that bishop on c4 blocks the queen, otherwise we'd be able to capture the black bishop. Okay, so promotion to queen, either pawn doesn't work. They lead to draws. Alright, what about c8 and underpromote to knight with check? Okay, that must be the solution to this chess problem, isn't it? Well, king to c7. And now let's say e8 promotes to queen. Well, white really is leading in material, isn't he? Same thing, queen to f3 check. King to e1 will be met by bishop to c3, mate. So king to g1, queen to g3, king to f1, queen to f3, and again we have draw by perpetual check. So in saving the best for last, the key move here is actually e8 promotes to knight. Not only is it a check, it's a double check because there's also a discovered check by the bishop on f8. Now, let's look at the analysis. I'll just go back one move here so you can see what happens. Everything else is a draw. And it's so easy to make the wrong move here. You could have promoted the e pawn or the c pawn to a queen, or you could have promoted the c pawn to a knight, or you could have done something else. Let's see why e8 promotes to knight with double check wins. Okay, now the king has no move, except for one. The pawn on c7 is guarded by the knight. So the knight not only gives check, but it also guards that pawn on c7. The king can only move to c6. And now is the time to promote the other pawn to a queen. Again, black has no moves. Notice how the bishops block any advance to the 5th rank, but the bishop on c7 can intervene. But to no avail because queen to a8 mates anyway. Let's take a look at that again. e8 underpromotes to knight with check. The king can only move to c6. c8 promotes to queen, check. The bishop must intervene on c7, and queen to a8 checkmates. 2 promotions, 1 underpromotion to a knight, and no pieces captured. How cool is that? I hope you enjoyed this one. I know I did.
Chesthetica's Book of Chess Constructs, Volumes 1 through 5. Available on Amazon.